so that we form our own village banking group.
Now that's my mother talking. Give me 5 to that. Hey!
Proudly brought to you by Money 93.7 FM. Think Business.
Hello, you are listening to Accounting and Business. Welcome again. It's a beautiful day, and of course, we definitely do have a very interesting topic. You're joining us. You might just as well want to join us on our live stream broadcast on Money FM Zambia 93.7. That, of course, is on Facebook. And also, you might just want to join us on the live stream as well as just come through on 0771616 Again, today we look at embracing the principles of financial transparency. So that's, of course, what we are looking at today. Mr. Lusambo, you're welcome. How are you?
I'm all right, Stephanie. I'm happy to be here. How are you?
I'm fine.
You look amazing, Stephanie. This is great. Let me just say from your head, everything is on point. Come on, Stephanie. This is great.
Thank you.
2023.
Thank you.
Fire after fire.
I know, right?
Fantastic. So we have an interesting topic, apart because we have seen, Stephanie, the announcement. The divorce cases have gone up. And I think it's time we started as a people to talk about these things, to start discussing as a people what really is the problem, all right? And if you look at among the reasons that people are divorcing, there are 3 main reasons. And among those reasons, one of them is lack of financial transparency. So finances are among the top 3 reasons why we're having those higher numbers of divorce, all right? So we want to discuss with our public. We want them to call in and give us their views. What really is the problem? All right. What really is the problem? Why is it so hard for couples to embrace financial transparency? And in this context, when I talk about couples, I'm talking about people that are in your relationships, people that are married, all those are couples. So why is it so hard for them to embrace the principles of financial transparency? Why do men find it hard to open up to their wives about their finances? But at the same time, why do wives find it so hard to open up about their finances to their husbands? And here's what we found out, Stephanie. We did a research, all right? And here's what we found. We found that actually, lots of women have the money more than their husbands, but they don't share. All right, so why is it so hard for husbands or for wives to open up to their husbands about their finances? Why is this so hard? Because these people love each other for them to get married, all right? They love each other. They said till death do them part. That's a lifetime commitment. But if you love each other so much and you are willing to only be separated by death, why is it so difficult to share your finances with somebody with so much love? So we would like our audience to participate, to come through and to come in. And I'm going to give my views, Stephanie, all right? What I think. I'm going to tell you, before I allow people to start calling in to tell us their views and what they think. And of course, allow people to start calling in to tell us. Let me just mute Stephanie. So before I allow people to start calling in and also to tell us what they think, I want to give my views. Why I feel it's difficult for most couples, for most husbands, for most wives to embrace financial transparency. I want to give my views. But before that, I want to hear from you, Stefan. What are your views? Why do you think it's so difficult for couples to embrace the principles of financial transparency? Why it's so difficult for them to share their finances? Because now we have 31,000 divorce cases in this country in the year 2022. In 2021, we had 22,000. 2022, we have 31,000. The numbers of divorce are going up every single year. All right. And among the top 3 reasons why people are divorcing, one of them is financial problems.
Yeah.
All right.
I think basically it has to do with the foundation. I think from where you started from, because I'm glad you talked about relationships. So obviously, if somebody doesn't tell you their financial statement, they don't show you their salary, they don't tell you how much they make or how they make money, then you're not going to know even when you get married. So it has to do with foundation. Number two, it has to do with trust, I think. Do you trust each other? Because really this trust that people talk about, are you open enough to share your financial life with your partner? So an issue of trust. Also, we look at interest. Sometimes people live a double life because they want to make an impression to someone. It mostly happens to guys, but even ladies. Guys want to show you something like what they're not, so they want to show you they've got the cash flow that doesn't really end, that pocket that will not run out. And so they have to keep up with that, show that they've put up, which becomes hard. So relationship, how you relate, how the trust that you have, and obviously openness between the two of you should also lead to a lot of divorces, especially when it comes to finances. So yeah, I'm mostly talking about where you're coming from. Yeah, because it comes from there. Then the people that we see in marriage today have basically carried it from marriage, from the relationships. So how do people relate in terms of finances? That's exactly what I think, Mr. Lusambo.
Fantastic. That's an amazing thought, Stephanie. I want to give my views why I think couples find it hard to share their finances with each other, because I strongly believe, and I don't think it's an issue of trust, honestly, because you cannot spend your entire life with somebody you don't trust. I think let's just remove trust out of the picture. It has got nothing to do with trust. All right. For somebody to marry you, of course, they trust you with their life because you could poison them in the food. All right. Then you cook the food. They come home, they eat your food. When you cook, they are not there. So they trust you that you can't kill them. So let's remove trust out of the picture. And this is what I think. All right. Why I feel husbands or wives are finding it hard to talk about finances properly, because also I think our culture has contributed. When a man is about to get married, there are people called Washibukombe. All right. These people, they come together. All right. They sit as a team. They sit. They call the other men to sit a man down, and then they begin to tell you. And I'm going to give you what I heard. I had an opportunity to sit down with Washibukombe when a friend of mine was getting married. And here's what they say. They talk to a man about to get married. They mold you into this tough guy. You understand? And here's what one of Washibukombe said. He said, you know what? You can't tell your wife everything. Now that you are grown, I'm not going to beat about the bush. You can't tell your wife everything. You are the man, right? First, he talked about don't talk about your family. I thought it was okay. No, don't talk about your family with your wife. The man was coming up very well. And then he says, if in money, you can't disclose to your wife everything. All right? Your wife should not really know exactly how much money you have. You understand? But also, the man says, what really shocked me, the man says, we are all men here. And now that you've grown, I'm not going to beat about the bush. If you ever have an opportunity to have a girlfriend, you can't disrespect your wife by having a girlfriend nearby. You understand? And I was thinking, it was easier for the man to simply say, don't do it. Why would he tell him to have, if you're going to misbehave, do it uktadi? Why would he say something like that? Right? So when you look at the curriculum that Washibukombe are using, I think it has also affected, men. They go in marriage with this misconception of what a woman is. All right, because you've been told you can't tell this woman everything, and you are being told by people you trust, people you respect. You understand? So you go in marriage, you have a side hustle, you hide the money. Do you know why? Because somebody told you you can't tell your wife everything. So now somehow it makes you look at your wife as some sort of a thief. Not that that's your initial thought, but your actions may be interpreted to mean like your wife is some type of some thief of some sort. So Washibukombe also, I think, in my opinion, they have contributed so much to lack of financial transparency in marriage, because the man comes in marriage as a tough man, somebody that should be the head, Of course, the headship of the man is like, most men are not told the ways of the Bible. Of course, these guys quote scriptures, but they misinterpret scriptures a lot. This is Washibukombe, all right? So Washibukombe On the other hand, they're telling this man to be some tough guy, all right? Don't tell your wife everything. You are the leader in the house. When you speak, people must listen. Don't lose grip of your leadership. And this is real, Stephanie. It's not a joke. The Shibukombe is telling you, and this is somebody you trust, somebody you respect. Because for them in the past, it worked to hide money. In the past, they didn't even need to love you to marry you, all right? Because your dad, your granddad will simply find some nice-looking guy, some nice-looking woman, they bring to your home, and they say, you know what, you're going to marry this person. You didn't need to love somebody in the past to marry them, all right? But now things have changed. We have technology, all right? Women have become educated. Women also are demanding a seat at the table. Now, it's time for us to apply the principles of Ephesians 5, all right, where we are taught to keep showing love to our wives, all right? To be a head does not mean you're supposed to be some sort of dictator, hiding money. No, that's not the whole point. So I strongly believe that Bashibukombe have contributed much to messed up marriages. Now, on the other hand, if you look at from the other side, Banabukombe also, they are busy telling a lady what to focus on. They are telling her how to sleep in bed. They are telling her how to turn around, you know. They are teaching a young lady to focus on the wrong things. They are focusing so much on sexual relations. They are not pumping in financial issues in the head of this. They are telling how to wake up late in the morning, how to clean, don't oversleep, wake up late in the morning. If your husband does not eat and find out too, put him in pressure. He should not be coming home satisfied. You know, they are teaching the lady to focus on the wrong things. You understand? Because in the past it worked. Terrible. All right. So now the lady comes in marriage with a different mindset, you know, thinking about sexual relations, and that's the only thing that matters to a man. You understand? Cook food, all right? Satisfy your man. This is what they are telling a young lady. You understand? They are not taking so much time to talk about finances. And if they talk about finances, they simply say, "What? Find time to talk to your husband nice so that he can show you his payslip." It's too late. You should have seen his payslip before you got engaged. You understand? Before you got married. Now you are married. You are demanding for a payslip. You are demanding to now use this money. It's too late. So the curriculum for both Bashibukombe and Banabukombe is a messed up curriculum, Stephanie, and has contributed much to a lot of divorce cases. Because a man is coming in marriage, Bashibukombe has told him so, and they teach insults, these people. Do you know that? They sit down and they insult you. When they insult you, you give them money. They insult you, you put money. So you are paying money for being insulted. They're not teaching you any financial transparency. They're not teaching you, you know, how to use the finances properly. They are giving you a few bits about finances, but they don't go into details. So these guys have messed the man up before he gets married. They have also messed a woman up before she gets married. So everybody's messed up. Both the man and the woman are messed up. They are coming married with very different expectations, all right? And the 90% of the time, they teach men and women sexual issues. You understand? And that's what the problem is. People get married, they have no idea how each other's financial life will look like. They have no clue. They come in marriage hoping that things are going to be better. They marry promises, all right? So a man comes, a tough man. The lady comes, she's been taught something or what to focus on. She's focusing on your sexual desires. She's not thinking about finances. How do we work together with my husband? Of course, there are some of the Bashibukombe who say a lot of sensible stuff. But the majority that I've listened to, men, they are messed up people. I think they need to change their curriculum because their curriculum has contributed much to divorce cases. All right. When they tell you something also, you know, I think the whole syllabus is centered on sexual issues and insults. You understand? Men pay money to Bashibukombe and Banabukombe for insulting you. And then you drop money in the plate, they insult you, you give them money, they insult you, you give them money. They make you say those insults. They're not teaching you anything tangible. It worked for them in the past, but now, hey, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have internet. If you want to know something, go to Google, type, how do I stand on the corner? Google will give you all the graphic details that you want. Go to YouTube. Stop wasting money on insults. So men and women, before they go in marriage, Stephanie, they are focusing so much on unnecessary issues, neglecting the things that really matter. And that's why we're having 31,000 divorce cases in just a single year. That's a terrible number, Stephanie. All right, guys, tell us what you think. Stefan, I don't know what to think about that. That's my opinion. I strongly believe that Washibu Kombe and Kombe have contributed much to divorce cases. And you know what happens? When there's a problem, a lady will go back and complain. They say, no, men are like that. So they're also teaching women to tolerate nonsense. You understand? Women are wired to tolerate nonsense before they go in marriage. They tell you to tolerate nonsense because that's what they go through with their husbands. So they think every man should do that. When a woman complains, they say, no, you have children. So they are teaching you to tolerate financial infidelity. A man comes home, don't trouble him about his manners. Don't touch his phone. And it sounds very normal, but that's what the problem is. If you can't touch your husband's phone, it is the phone which will make you divorce. If you can't touch your wife's phone, believe me, it is your phone which will make you divorce. What you can't table, husband and wife, is what's going to make you divorce. So you should reach a point where you are financially transparent. You table financial issues, all right? Talk about things freely. What you can't discuss between the two of you will be the reason why you're going to fall. It will be your downfall. And this is why, we're having a lot of divorce cases now, Stefan. Now, I want to hear your views. What do you think of that, Stefan?
Before I get to my views, I think we'd like to hear from the listeners' views, those that are watching us on our live stream. We are looking at embracing financial transparency, but of course, we are looking at it from that angle where, of course, it's between partners, between people that are in a relationship, about to go into a relationship, or has been in a relationship for a long time. However, I would also love to hear from people who have actually succeeded with good, financial principles. And of course, people that would have invested together, have one account, do stuff like that. You want to be part of our conversation, do it on 077 1616 290, and definitely you will get there. Of course, you get to call us and comment. So today, how are you embracing your financial transparency? Are you transparent enough with your partner? And if not, then what are some of the factors that cause you not to, spend together with your partner or to be open with them? If you're a lady and you're not willing to spend your money together with your partner, or if you're a man and you're not willing to spend money with your partner, then tell us what the issue is. Where is the problem? I've heard stories, Mr. Lusambo, where people would tell you, they'll refer to the Bible. In fact, they refer to the Bible and they will go like, it's biblical that a man should provide. So because it's biblical, I guess a woman's money is not meant to be spent at home. So that they're supposed to, just add up to things that are missing. Sometimes maybe just not use the money at all. And for guys, they're not willing to they're not really willing to disclose how much they get, because then it might be some sort of disrespect. So I do have a few messages here. I might just as well read them out. Don't worry if you are texting or commenting on Facebook, we'll definitely read those comments. But this is Brenda again. Yeah, Brenda, good to know that you've been logged on to Money FM. So Brenda is saying the problem starts with the relationship. Are you open enough to actually discuss? Yeah, I definitely concur. I guess Brenda is concurring with what I was definitely saying. You might also call us on 077 1616 290. Call us on WhatsApp, send us a voice note, as well as continue to comment on our Facebook platform. So, Mr. Lusambo, would you rather they added more financial information to people that are getting married in reference to Banachimbusa as well as Washim Kombe? Would you rather half the time there is spent on coaching, how you use your finances, how open you are in terms of financial skills and development?
I would rather nobody goes to Washim Kombe. These guys are just messing up other people's children. If you are a dad, if I have a son, all right, and I don't teach him manners, no Shibu Kombe will teach him manners. That's the fact, Stephanie. If you have a daughter and you can't teach your daughter manners, no Nabu Kombe will teach your daughter manners. I would rather nobody goes to Washibu Kombe. These guys are time wasters. They are just squandering money for you to insult. You understand? Parents must take up the responsibility of teaching their children from a young age. You understand? It is the responsibility of parents to teach their children manners, not to come and wait for Bashibukombe on one day or maybe 1 week. Do you think somebody lived his life for 30
We have a
years?
call. We do have a call,
Yes,
Mr. Lusambo. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Your name and where you're calling us from?
Okay, this is Oscar Miola. I'm calling you from Lusaka.
Yes, Mr. Miova. Give us your comment.
I would like to tender in my comment.
Yes.
I want to give a contract view to what the gentleman is saying in regards to Bashibukombe. We cannot disrespect Bashibukombe and look down upon the work that those people do. They may have their own flaws. It's normal and it's common because they are not angels, they are human beings. But I would like to bring it up, to make a contribution that one of the things that is actually contributing to financial infidelity in marriages is selfishness. Before we put in all these other things, selfishness is at the center. Once a man becomes selfish and the woman becomes selfish, they want to do their own things, they can't work together, then you begin to experience financial infidelity and problems concerning finances in marriage. I do believe that you can actually be in marriage, you have the same basket of finances, but you can still maintain your individualshipness. Yet two different individuals. Yeah.
Please say that again.
Point where you have to give your wife space and the time to do what they wish to do or what they want to do. If it's a business, give them space and time, provided whatever they are doing is adding up to the financial growth in a home. That's the way I treat my wife, and that's what I do.
Wow.
Okay, I didn't hear the individual part. Please, are you able to say on the individual part?
Support that business 100%. And I want even a question to say, you've made how much, how did you do this? When she has a problem or a challenge in the business, she'll come to me and tell me, honey, I've got this challenge. How do I go about it? And then we sort out. If I do the same as well, I can run my programs and she doesn't come my way to say, what did you do with this money? It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
We are individuals. Yes, we've got our own plans, but we have one purpose: to grow financially. So this is why I'm saying, once you remove selfishness, respect the woman with her individuality. Know that she's not your slave. No. Yes, you are the head of the house, but respect her, give her time and space. Even the same goals applies to you women. Learn to give your husband time and space. If being followed every now and then, being followed. Sometimes if you are to give your husband time and space and support, you'll be surprised what he can do to grow your finances in a home. So the central thing in financial infidelity is selfishness. Let's learn as couples to remove selfishness out of our marriages and support one another.
Thank you very much, Thank you very much for joining. Of course, we've gotten your comment.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Wow.
That's an interesting comment. I didn't share the first part. And just for the record, this is not disrespecting anybody. This is why we don't talk about facts, because when facts are presented, we have to say disrespect. It's not disrespect. These are facts. All right. When we say parents should teach their children and not dedicate that important task to Bashibukombe, it's not disrespect. It's a fact. When you have children, teach them manners. It's your job to teach your kids. You get the sense. And then what he's saying. I wanted to get the individual part. I didn't hear very well. But he makes a very important point. He says, most of the times, people don't share their finances because of selfishness. And I agree with him. is extremely right. I think that's a fundamental point. Selfishness has destroyed marriages. Even just when divorcing, some people divorce for a very simple reason, because of selfishness and pride. They can't apologize. They want to show each other who's the boss. Before they know it, they are divorcing for no reason. Do you know that 76% of people who divorce have no idea why they divorced? They have no idea why they divorced. They just found themselves divorcing. They didn't even know why they divorced. But it's because of selfishness and also pride. So I agree with him when he says that. But also, we just want to make it clear. Yeah, I want to make it clear. I hope the admin can put a number so that more people can go in. Please put a number on the screen.
The number is there. Yes, the number is there. It's 077-1616-290.
Oh, okay.
And also, he's talked about three things. He says time, space, and support. And of course, I do concur with him. Obviously, giving each other some space and some time and support are one of the keys that we work in finances. Time, because things don't just boom, they don't just mature. If you give somebody money today, Mr. Lusambo, to start a business, there's going to be need for time.
Yeah. All right. So like we are saying, those are amazing points. All right. Time, space. And do you know that most people who divorce, they say, I need some space. Do you know that's the statement they use? I need some space. People must be comfortable, Stephanie, talking about finances way before they get into marriage. People must be comfortable. And they can check the statistics, Stephanie. 76% of people who divorced don't even know why they divorced. All right? It's because of these little things. So just for the record, friends, when we say it is not the duty of Bashibukombe to teach people who are going into marriage, it's you, the parents. We're not disrespecting them. All right? Like I said, there are some Shibukombes who have helped a lot of people to be successful in their marriages. All right? It's not everyone. We've made this very clear. The majority of them focus on the wrong things. And they are willing to say the unthinkable stuff just to get paid. You understand? So let's be honest. Bashibukombe and Wanakombe have contributed to this lack of financial transparency and also to people divorcing, because they teach people to focus on the wrong things. So we're not disrespecting them. What we are saying that parents, can we step up? Can you parents come on board and say, what? You have a son who's about to get married. What is so difficult about you, the father, to sit your son down and talk to him properly as a man, because you've been married your entire life? If you are the mother, your daughter is getting married, what are you scared of to tell your daughter? What are you scared of? Why should you go and pay people who don't share your values to come and teach your kid? Why, Stephanie? If you're a mother, you have a child, you have a daughter, what are you scared of talking to your daughter about? You want to entrust people who may not even share your views, your beliefs, your core values, to come and teach your daughter who is going to. That's a very important assignment. You've been married to your husband your whole life. Why don't you talk to your daughter? Why don't you teach your daughter yourself? But you dedicate people to come and insult with your daughter, to tell her how to sing songs, how to focus on the wrong stuff. No. Remove all those unnecessary things in your syllabus. Focus on the things that really matter. All right? It's not disrespectful, Stephanie. It's just the fact. And I have so much respect for Bashibukombe. There are so many of them whom I know who have done, a fantastic job. Some people have helped a lot, but the majority have messed up kids. Honestly. So guys, tell us your views. There's a number in the comment. Give us a call. Let us hear your views. How have you managed to embrace financial transparency in your marriage, in your relationship? All right. How do you handle? How do you talk about finances? What has worked for you? Or what do you think is the problem? Why is it a challenge for most people to open up when it comes to finances? Why don't men open up? Why don't women open up? And I've heard statements from men saying, when you tell your wife about money, she begins to spend it every single time. She wants all of it to finish. So there are different comments, but let's hear your views, people. All right. What has been the challenge for most people to open up when it comes to finances? You can give us a call. There's a number on your screen. For those who are listening to us on radio, the number is, what's the number, Stephanie?
077-1616-290. We might as well start to read out some of the comments. What do you think, Mr. Lusambo?
Yeah.
So Derek P says parents must not entirely leave the teaching of children going into marriage to Bashibukombe. You should play your part as parents. Yeah.
That's very true.
Gabriel says, not everything you need to listen to Bashim Kombe or Banachimbusa. It's a work of you two wanting to move in the same lane together with having long-term financial unfaithfulness and broken trust covenants are the reasons of divorces. We are away from God's commands and chancing things on our own ways. Yeah. That's from Gabriel.
Fantastic. It's not even in the Bible, the things Bashibu Gome talk about. They just, most of them, they talk about insults. Those are not biblical. All right? They're not biblical.
Mary says, especially if it's not a Christian teaching, tradition misleads sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our culture, that's of course from Derek again, our culture has contributed to why couples find it difficult to discuss financial matters together. The question really is why? Yeah, I think we'll have to get so much of why from people.
So guys, give us a call. Give us a call on the number that is playing on your screen. Stephanie may say the number for somebody who wants to give us a call. Give us a call. Let us hear your views. And remember, guys, we are giving our opinions, okay? My opinion should not stand for everyone. It's just my opinion. I feel parents should be the ones to teach their children. If you feel Bashim should do it, it's okay. But for me, I feel parents should be the ones in the forefront of teaching their children how they should live.
Yeah.
So because it's a very important assignment, Stephanie, to just give to somebody who don't even know properly.
Yeah, Chilu says you are right. And she's actually following. That's from Chilu. The number is 07716162990. We're definitely using borrowed time, so you might as well call us right now as the hotlines will be closed pretty soon. I think we'll do allow 2 or 3 calls, 07716162990. How transparent are you when it comes to the principles of finances with your partner? And give us your whys. If you are not, would you rather not? You give us your whys as well. We definitely do want to know how to table them. Rita, is it Rita Ngulube who says very true? And obviously Irene says good morning. Arnold as well, true from Chisanga. Obviously calling somebody there. Yeah, you might as well call your friends to call their friends to come and listen to our discussion. But honestly, we do want to know how transparent you are. What are some of the factors that have led to this situation that, of course, we believe has also been one of the reasons why there's a high number of divorce currently in the country?
Yes, and the other thing I should mention is, Stephanie, that has also contributed. It's also, apart from Bashibu Kombe, also people are getting married have also contributed. You know how people get married nowadays? You know, if you go to social media right now, Stephanie, you're going to find a lot of articles, a lot of people talking about, you know, compatibility, sexual compatibility, even just people. They are focused much on these other compatibilities. They don't talk about finances. You find that people are getting married because they want to take pictures together. They think they look good on pictures together, and then they get married. They have nothing in common whatsoever, specifically for fun, for pictures. But when they get in married, they discover pictures won't sustain the home, won't pay rentals, pictures won't pay bills. They begin to fight. So we have to also, as a people that are going in the relationship, can you normalize discussing finances before you go in the relationship? Start to discuss these things, talk about them openly, ask the serious questions. I've never heard a lady, maybe they are there, all right? There are very few ladies who sit you down, Stephanie, as a man, to sit you down, say, let's talk. And then she begins to ask you, where do you work? How much do you make? Do you have a bank account? Can I see your bank account? Can I see your statement? Do you have a savings account? Can I see how much money you've saved in savings account? Ladies don't do it. They are scared. They don't ask questions, all right? Because you want to ask this man or this lady, even men don't ask ladies, say, hey, lady, do you work? Yes. How long have you been in employment? All right? How much do you get paid? How do you spend your money? All right? Can I look at your bank account? Can I see your bank statement? Can I see how much savings you have? Men don't do that. So both men and women don't ask each other important questions about finances. If a man comes looking good, he drives a very nice car, you don't ask questions. Well, how did you buy this car? Is it a loan or you bought it cash? If you bought cash, where do you get the money? You understand? Women don't ask. Even men don't ask. A lady has got a vehicle. Say, no, she's educated. She has a vehicle. Didn't ask who bought a vehicle for you. Is it yourself or is it from your job? Did you get a loan? You don't ask who pays rentals for you. Do you parent for yourself or someone who helps you parent? You understand?
Yeah.
We don't ask these important questions. Oh, you say not she works. She looks nice. She's funny. She's outgoing. You don't ask the important questions. What is your view of marriage? What is your take on financial transparency? What is your ideal financial life between you and me? Men don't ask. Women don't ask. They right to shinga about in a relationship. You understand? You focus on something that is not important. That just the people from the West or just they call English manners, whatever it is. This thing of English manners has made people to divorce. Ask things. If you go to any blog right now, you're going to find people have written articles, books about sexual compatibility. There's no such thing. It's a myth. All right? You can't be compatible with a stranger you've just met. It's just your mind. You like some people, you don't like some people. All right? With time, if you have something in common, love begins to grow. All things begin to fall in place. You understand? So you can't just meet somebody for the first time and say, no, we are sexually compatible. No, you are not. It's just last year the people have been told lies and they believe it. So begin to ask questions as a man or as a woman who wants to get married. Ask important questions about money. If it's a lady, ask her questions. Let her answer these questions. If she can't answer questions, that's a red flag. Ask her questions.
I have a comment here. Yeah. This comment is coming from Adora. Adora here says, I do not agree that Banachimbusa or Bashimkombe has anything to do with finances. It's between two people, how they relate with each other, and also the foundation, just like you said, Stephanie. I also think we mustn't discredit Banachimbusa and Washimbusa. Okay, so I might not be able to read well using the local language that she's put down, but of course that's Adora and partly her comment.
Well, Adora, we are grateful for your comment, Adora. Nobody's discrediting anybody. All right. What we are saying is my opinion. Parents should teach their children. All right. If you want to be taught by Bashimbusa, go ahead and be taught by them. It's an opinion, so you can give your opinion. It's all right. All right. But what we are giving, this is our opinion. All right. You can give your own opinion. For me, I strongly believe that it may work best if parents took the responsibility themselves to teach their kids, starting from a young age, to teach them these things, because they have experienced life. And like entrusting such a very important assignment to a total stranger, somebody don't even really know very well. So it's not discrediting anybody. Like I said, it's not everybody. There are some people whom I've seen, they've said, no, Bashimbusa helped me a lot, Bashimbusa helped me. Yeah, there are some people. All right. So this is the part why we don't really see change in our lives, Stefan. Because anybody who has a different view will say, you are disrespecting, you are discrediting. No, it's a fact. People are not taught proper financial issues in these meetings they go to. If you are to carry out a research right now, call people who've been taught by Bashimbusa and sit them down. You hear what they'll tell you. You'll be shocked. Most of them can't even look up because they are taught insults. All right. So what I'm saying, and it's not everyone. We've made this very clear. It's not everyone, but the majority of these people, their curriculum is outdated. They need to update it. You understand? They are too stuck with the way they live in their homes because they tell you how they live in their homes. They tell you what they think your man will like. No, men are different, just like women are different. So it's important that if you're a dad, you're a mom, your son is about to get married, you, the dad, you've experienced life. Why can't you talk to your son? Why can't you pump sense into your son? Why do you want to run away from responsibility to go and contract someone else to come and teach your son? Why? Why can't you teach your son manners? You are the dad. You brought a person on earth. It's your job to teach this person on earth manners. You understand? This is not disrespecting anybody. Even Bashimbusa, they have one children.
I think we should have a network jam there. But of course, if you want to contribute, it's 077-1616-290. Issues continue to be about transparency. And of course, I think Mr. Lusambo is back on the other side. Is it lucky? It obviously is Siamos Salamano, right? Says there's nowhere in the Bible where it says we should be involving Washim Kombe to teach our children. It is the role of parents to do that, and it is important to be transparent in the relationship, in everything, to avoid problems. Money has brought bad and good in some relationships, especially for those who don't discuss about their finances. Is there anything like it's personal when it comes to finances, Mr. Lusambo?
You see, when you are a married person, you can't behave like a bachelor. You can't behave like a bachelor because, and this is what I do. I have a course called Family Finance, and it's changing lives, Stephanie. So I speak with full authority when I tell you that people are messed up. I see how people are. I'm not an old man. I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm a finance professional. So I talk to couples about financial transparency and how they can implement this to help them. And sometimes people break down, Stephanie. People that are way older than me, they were sitting there discussing. A man breaks down and cries. He says, I wish I knew this a long time ago. You understand? A man breaks down. They see sense in embracing proper financial transparency and like living in those traditional teachings. Not all of them which are wrong, and we've made that very clear. There are some people who just focus on the small part of the issue, focus on the big picture that people are divorcing. And among the top 3 reasons, one of them is financial problems, lack of financial transparency. So we are addressing the issue. How can we come out of this problem? All right. And we are saying the marriage curriculum that is being used, like she's saying, there's nowhere in the Bible where it says you should include Washimbo to come and teach your son or your daughter. There's nowhere. It's not biblical, all right? It's not supported by God. It is man-made. Because God in the Bible, go to Deuteronomy, tells us it is the job of parents to teach your children. Now, parents have not owned up to this responsibility. So parents, they are seeing their children divorcing because they did not do their job well in some cases. So parents must come to the table and say, you know what? You are my child, all right? I'm going to teach you the ways of life according to the Bible principles. So the parents can teach. If you have no parents, are you telling me the whole family, there's no sensible relative who can just give you some advice on how to live? Do you really have to go through those insults people go through? Do you really have to go through? So it's not discrediting anybody. It's just saying if you're going to be having kids, start teaching them. It's your job to teach your kids manners. That's the fact. And I know this is not a very good opinion. Some people disagree with it. I'm okay with it. Disagree is all right. But we have a problem. You know why I'm against this issue, Stephanie? It's because, marriage is a very serious assignment. It's a very important assignment. You can't dedicate this important job to someone else when you are alive. You understand? When you, the father, or you, the mother, you are alive, you are not dead, and your daughter is about to go into this life-changing experience, why should you run away and just call other people to come and talk to your daughter? Why can't you do it yourself? It's a very important assignment. And some people that are going to talk to your child don't even share your beliefs, don't even share your core values. You've just hired them, you've paid them. They can say anything they feel like saying. They don't care. They've been paid. So, like I said, we're not discrediting everybody, all right? There are some people who have done a fantastic job helping these people to stay together. And some people today are just together because of Washimbo, Sandu and Shimbo, so they talk to them. That's why they end up killing each other. You understand? But if parents can take up their God-given responsibility to teach their children manners and how to live in these marriages, a lot of good can happen, Stefan. A lot of good. Because parents know you. They know if you're short-tempered. They know how you react. They know if you like fear, they know you because they've lived with you their entire life. A Chimbo does not know what you like, does not know what you do. It just comes to meet you for a few days. It doesn't know you. So the parents who know if you are short-tempered, they'll tell you this temper that you have, now you're getting married, please reduce on this temper. Because they know you've been able to react your entire life. They know you. Anyway, that's my opinion, okay? That's my opinion. If you have a different opinion, it's welcome. It's all right, okay? Feel free to give your opinion. It's all right, all right? It's all right. Like Memory is saying, Muyunda is saying, train up a child in the way they should grow and will never depart from it. That's how it's supposed to be. So that even when the child departs, you, the dad, will be happy knowing that, you know what, we did our best, but our daughter is just a messed up kid. We tried our best. You'll be okay. And like your daughter is messed up, then you wish you would have done something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a conversation that is not really, I would not really end on one day. People would agree to disagree. People have different opinions. We could go on and on and on, but of course, we definitely do need to sum it up. Now, Mr. Lusambo, as we sum it up, we are looking at being transparent. Obviously, what are 2 or 3 tips that you will give in a minute as we actually get to wrap up our conversation?
Mm-hmm. All right, so when it comes to financial transparency, I'm going to agree with what Wix is saying. There's a very good comment from Wix. Wix says, Washibukombe are not financial advisors. Couples should seek financial advice from somewhere else. I think we overburden Washibukombe. We give them the job that they're not qualified for. You understand? There are lots of experts to help you become financially transparent and financially literate before you get into marriage. They are qualified people who even have their money, all right? People who even have their money, people who've handled money in their lives. They are those people. So my advice to somebody in a relationship right now, all right? If you are a lady, financial transparency begins before you get married. If you are seeing this nice man, he has a nice car, he has a nice house, he has a nice job, ask him these 3 questions. Just these few questions, okay? If he has a job, do you have a job? Let him say yes. Don't assume he has a job because you go ask him, do you have a job? If he says yes, how much is your salary? If he's uncomfortable telling you about your salary, that's a red flag. It's a problem. How long have you been in employment? Ask him this question. There's no one asking this question. I want to ask him, do you have any savings? Because if you've been working for 5 years, you should have some savings. If he has no savings after working for 5 years or for 2 years, that's a red flag. Where have you been taking your money? All right? If you drive a car, did you buy this car cash or you got a loan? Yes. Okay. When is the loan ending? You want to ask these important questions. All right? How do you spend your money? Do you have a budget for the next month? All right? You are asking these important questions because you want to know someone's financial life. Because if you don't address finances, before you know it in your marriage, you'll divorce. All right? Like Dorothy is saying, marriage counseling should be done by parents. Marriage counseling should be done by parents, brothers or sisters who are responsible. Financial transparency is very important. One of the main causes of divorce is money. So if this thing is going to make you divorce somebody in the future, why should we ignore it? So for a married person who is already in marriage, what can help you become transparent is to become more open to your wife about money. Look at your money as family money. That will help you because once you look at your money as family money, you will not misuse it. You are going to realize there's somebody at home who knows that you have this money. And now, transparency is going to facilitate accountability, and accountability will facilitate responsibility. But once you look at your money as your personal money, you are done. No one can help you because you are entitled. So when you are married, remember, you can't behave like a bachelor. I wish we could go on and on, but guys, hey, we run out of time.
Yeah, time is not our best ally. Thank you very much, Mr. Lusambo. Until next week on another interesting segment on accounting and business. Share our broadcast. Continue to comment, and of course, on the other side, keep it locked on Tumani FM Radio.
Just one more thing, Stephanie. I want to say thank you to our man who said selfishness is one of the main causes. I think that man nailed it. Please tell me the name. What's the name again? Did you write the name down? Our caller.
No.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate your comment, and we look to seeing you next time.
Exactly. Till next time, it's a bye for now.